Hello everybody, it's been a hot minute since I've been on. Did you miss me? Did you miss me? Yes. I missed me. And I'm right here. Okay, the reason why my eyes are two different colors is because I went to Walgreens the other day and they had this sale on Wet n Wild. And see, my hair's all wild. So it's appropriate. Hey. And they had it buy one at regular price and get one 50% off. And when I went to go purchase it, one of them was only 49 cents and the other one, well, was the regular price. So I ended up buying these two colors. This one is Nutty Noise It, something number 252C, and that's this color here. And I've been sticking my finger in it, and it comes out real pretty on the finger. And that's this side right here. And then I got this blue, which, wow, I'm not used to that color there. Ooh, look at that. Check that out. My eyes don't want to work for me today, but and then I got two of the same because it was like the last ones, and then I got me some eyeliner from Wet n Wild, and this is the navy blue marine, and they're both the same. This one's not open, but they were 49 cents. So, you know, at 49 cents, I'm going to buy me some. So, that was it of that. Now I got to put my eyeballs back on because it is bright out here. It's been snowing since yesterday or last night. Check this out. Yes. It's been snowing and it sucks. It's sort of a wet, mushy snow, and I am not going anywhere in this stuff. In fact, I am still in my pajamas. So, I'm going to put you down. Normally, you would be upstairs on my tripod, but no. So, this might be a long video, so grab yourself a cup of coffee. Cheers. This is my coffee cup. I have all different kinds. I will drink this and maybe a half another cup. I've had this cup for about 2-3 years now. And the bottom pops off on me when I'm washing it most of the time, but cheers. So, now that you saw that embarrassing thing of the makeup, how y'all doing? Like I said, it's been snowing here. I did do a little bit of shopping, and I didn't feel it was necessary for me to share it on here because it was small. Like I said, that's all I got from Walgreens was these little things of makeup, you know. We were waiting for my husband's prescription, and I happened to go past the makeup and saw the eyeliner on sale and the eyeshadow on sale, and the eyeliner was 49 cents and the eyeshadow was 59 cents. So I did a little swatchy for you in the beginning. So there's that. And an update on let me scoop my chair so I'm not so far away from you. An update on my husband's surgery. Nada, it didn't happen. We got to the hospital. They called and said you have to be here by 5:15 or 5:30 at least. We got there at 5:30 because the traffic on the highway wasn't bad. It was more clear in town getting on to the highway, because typically it takes me about 15-20 minutes to get from my house to the entrance of getting onto the highway. And typically you are on the highway to get on Highway 100. It takes me about a half hour. It depends on the traffic, and since they still have the construction's done, but they still have the speed signs down from 70 to 55, so who knows. We got to the hospital, we checked him in. You know, the procedure was they asked him all kinds of questions, and one nurse would come in, and we had one nurse, and then she came in and asked him a series of questions. Excuse me. I've been fighting my bronchitis. I am not allowing it to come out of, you know, be full blown. I get bronchitis every year, once a year, all the time. I have gotten it for years, and I've been fighting and fighting and fighting to keep it at the level that it's at. However, I've been going through my medicine a great deal for my breathing machine a lot. I got a splinter in my finger and I just noticed it. But anyways, I've been fighting that, and so let me get back to the story of my husband's surgery. And he did give me permission now to at least show what he looks like, so you all understand what he's going through or what he has on his face. For those of you who don't understand what a fixator is. So anyways, the first nurse comes in. Well, actually she was a tech. She comes in, she takes his vitals and everything, and gets him hooked up to the leg cuffs, which he hates those things, but it is necessary to keep everything flowing, you know, so he doesn't get blood clots and whatnot. I was prepared. I brought my knitting. I just taught myself how to knit about a week ago, and it's going okay. I'm making quite a few mistakes, but who doesn't in the beginning of learning how to do that stuff? I'm not that fast as some people. So, like I said, I know how to crochet faster than I know how to knit at this moment, but that's besides the fact. And then another series of people come into the room, and they introduce themselves to my husband and to me, and we were able to bring another friend because I wasn't going to sit there for 8-9 hours while he was having surgery by myself. So I invited a friend of mine and his to go with us, and he thankfully said, yes, I'll go. I'm off that day anyway, so I'll go. And he spent the night, and so we just all went. And The funny thing is, I had to poop the whole time. I don't have a gallbladder, and I made the mistake of having coffee on the way to the hospital. I made a pot of coffee before I left, and all I had to do was heat it up in the microwave, and then I turned it into iced coffee. And I made the mistake of having that as I was driving on the highway, because it takes us about an hour it's about an hour and a half that it takes us to get from our house to the hospital in Milwaukee. And well, by the time we got to the hospital and we got them all checked in, I didn't want to take the chance of having to go to the bathroom and miss out on whatever the doctors and the nurses were saying to him. So I'm trying to hold it and trying to hold it, and I'm thinking, okay, when they wheel him into surgery, the friend and I will go to the waiting room. I will finally able to take my poop, and we'll go on about our day, you know. That didn't happen, because after he got in, it was doctors and nurses, and all these people just kept on coming in every 5 seconds into the room. I mean, this was a tiny, tiny little room. It was barely enough room just for the bed, a TV, and the equipment that they needed to hook him up with. Well, at the hospital, when they're about ready to give you an IV, they will take out these warm towels and wrap them around your arms. And the surgeon that was going to be operating on his legs, they were taking the bone out of his leg, came in and asked him a series of questions and said, you know what, it's not going to work out. What? After all that, meanwhile, I didn't want to be mean or whatever. I didn't want to miss out on what they were about to say. I'm thinking in my head, come on, people, I have to poop. Either do the surgery or don't. You know, and so he went and talked the surgeon that was going to operate on the bottom part of my husband, went and talked to the original surgeon that was going to operate on the top part of my husband, on his face. They went and had a conference, and the original surgeon comes in to the room and says, Jeffrey, we're not going to do the surgery today. I just went, what? After getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning, getting all this stuff ready, you know, making sure that he had his, because we were told beforehand that he's going to be in the hospital for at least a week after the surgery. And I thought, okay, you know, whatever. So, excuse me, I thought, well, all right. So that's that. No surgery. Beyond circumstance, there were certain circumstances that the surgery was not going to happen that day. They had to reschedule for 2 weeks from the 19th. So in 2 weeks, then he'll have his surgery. But due to the fact that he smoked a cigarette, he was really nervous. He's been real good about his smoking. due to the fact that he smoked a cigarette that morning, they had to cancel the surgery over one cigarette. Which, okay, you know, we understood. So, and it wasn't just the cigarette, it was the main surgeon ended up getting a emergency phone call as he was explaining that, and he says, well, thank God we had to cancel it because now I have to go do an emergency operation. But my husband strongly believes, and no, he's not a wacko or anything like that. He strongly believes that the universe was trying to tell him that doing the surgery that day was not a good thing. And it could be because of the weather. You know, I mean, it's snowing pretty good here. It's been snowing since last night. I think it started snowing around 8 or 9 o'clock last night, and it's been non-stop ever since. So maybe that could be the reason, because he wants me to be able to drive up there, and if it's snowing and stuff like this, he knows I won't. I will not put my life into danger. You know, I love him a great deal, but I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to ask anybody in my family to take me up there when it's snowing like this, because it's not fair to them. So, but I thought that I would show you. He decided to keep it because he's going to use it for when he's working on cars. And this is the lovely gown that he was wearing. And it says Bear Paws on it. Has a little opening here. And then, of course, the opening in the back. Or front, whatever way you want to look at it. With this nice little paperish thing. And I thought it was kind of cool because this is, you know, it's actually a real thin material. You know, little straps. And it's got the tearaway top here. So they can get to it. Get to them easier. And then it's got little flaps in the back here. So, or front, whatever you may say. And then down here, they have a nice little door for a vacuum, I guess. I don't know what it's supposed to do, but he wants to keep it so when he's working on cars or painting on them or whatnot, he will have that. So everything got canceled and everything got switched around, so now we just have to wait for them to call and let us know exactly what day. And they will send me a letter to let me know what day the surgery is, and we'll just have to go through the whole shebang all over again in 2 weeks. So I'm thinking sometime December 3rd or sometime around there will be his surgery. Well, that very same day, my girlfriend had foot surgery, and excuse me, I have to get something to drink. That very same day, my girlfriend was having foot surgery, and they were operating on 6 different points of her foot that day. And go to find out that she almost did not make it through that surgery. She was telling me last night when I went to go visit her in the hospital, because it gotten so bad that she lives alone, and she has a dog and she has a cat, but they're not going to help her to the bathroom. And one of the things that her doctor told her was that she has to stay off of her foot completely for 2 months. Well, they decided to admit her into the hospital, and so they did that, and she's a little depressed about that, but she understands. You know, like I said, she lives by herself, so who's going to be there to... She would have to have somebody staying with her every day, all the time, to help her into the bathroom and help her out in the bathroom and walk her dog and whatnot. And I did tell her that I would come over there. Obviously not today, and she's still in the hospital. They're going to keep her over the weekend in the hospital, and then come Monday they're going to find out what they're going to... Because the doctor doesn't want her by herself, because she literally will have no way of getting to the bathroom without somebody being there for her to lean on. So they have to put her in a facility that can do therapy, because they want her to do therapy right away to get the muscles to start working and everything. So it's just very weird. Well, beyond all the surgeries and all the stuff, last week my husband and I, we had this sort of small flea market here in town that my husband wanted to take me to. And knowing that I can't breathe very well going up and down. I mean, I can, but he's like, honey, I warn you, this flea market is 3 flights up. And you have to go up a lot of stairs. So do your breathing machine before we go. So I did. And we get to this flea market, and it's dusty, it's dirty, and if it's a lot of dust, that also goes into factor of not being able to breathe very well. And well, I was okay. But as we're in the flea market and we're walking around, I noticed that this man was selling cabbage and onions, and my husband and I are cabbage and onion eaters, and so we bought a good size cabbage for $2. It was like about yay big, and I still got half of it, which I gotta cook that up. And then we bought 4 onions. They were 50 cents a piece, so I went and bought 4 big old onions, and then I bought some paper plates, because they had food, they had paper plates, they had toilet paper. And we get to the food part of the flea market, and I recognized some of the cans that they had there, and I thought to myself, I get this stuff from the food pantry. It is quite old because it had dust on top of it. No, wasn't about to buy any of that stuff, but I did. I love Twizzlers, and I ended up buying a bag of Twizzlers for $1, and that was a big mistake because they were extremely sticky. I got home and I was getting ready to make my cabbage and onion stew soup thing. Well, I opened up the bag of Twizzlers and they were very sticky. I also bought from there some hand soap for $1. It was supposed to smell like raspberries. It didn't smell like raspberries. I made the mistake of not even opening up the hand soap. At the flea market, we bought what we did, and we went home and I started cooking, and so I did that before surgeries and everything. My girlfriend and I went to Goodwill and I bought some stickers. I only bought one pack of stickers and they were 49 cents, and it was a brand new pack, and it was 3D flowers. They were all these different flower stickers. I bought that, and then I bought me some more knitting needles, and they were wooden knitting needles. So I liked that, but we were looking at the Christmas decorations and all this other stuff. So then I went to Family Dollar a couple days ago, and I bought a couple bags of chips because I wanted to take them to the hospital with me, so I didn't have to spend any money in the vending machines or whatnot. What did I buy? I bought a couple bags of chips. I bought jalapeno poppers, cheese puffs, sour cream and onion potato chips, and I can't remember. Some munchos or something like that. They're white corn potato chips. They're regular potato chips, but they're better for you, I guess. I bought that. A thing of creamer. I needed some more creamer. I don't know. I bought some other stuff, and I didn't think that stuff was anything for me to do a haul, because it was like a couple weeks ago I went to the flea market, then I went to Goodwill with my girlfriend, so that was just about it. You know, Walgreens was the last place I went, and my mom gave me some money to buy my husband dinner for the night before he went into surgery. So one of his favorite meals is Taco Bell, and so I bought dinner for me, my husband, and our friend that was going with us to the hospital. We all had Taco Bell. Well, both of them, my husband and our friend, ended up getting really sick the very next day from the Taco Bell. So we're learning not to go into that Taco Bell, and it's like right up the street from our house. So yikes. So I did that, and then I went and I helped my girlfriend the day before. We went to go clean this lady's house. That was a nightmare. She allows her dogs to pee and poop throughout the house, and that was a nightmare and a half. I never dealt with anything like that, and it was the most gross and disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life, because this woman bluntly came out and said, "I don't like to clean. I hate cleaning. I don't want to clean. That's why I hire somebody else to clean." Well, her house definitely showed it. Definitely showed it. My camera is about to turn off and click off pretty soon, so I'm going to end this video right now, and then I will start up another one, because my timer only gives me up to 30 minutes, and it's already been 30 minutes. So I will be back. Okay, I am back. I don't know how long this is going to last, so I'm going to try to be quick about it. So, I was telling you about the house that I went to clean. I told my girlfriend, I said, I'm going to kill you. I will kill you. No. I mean, yeah, I got some money for it and everything, but that was nasty. I'm going to tell you how nasty it was. I was wearing these pants that hang over a little bit over my shoes. The second I walked into this door of this woman's house, I rolled up the pant legs and turned them into shorts. And I still didn't feel comfortable. I felt itchy and like things were crawling on me, and it was just bad. Just really bad. I mean, my girlfriend was cleaning the kitchen and I was cleaning the living room, and they combined together. And she's in the kitchen just gagging away because this woman, instead of washing her dishes, she'll go out and she'll buy brand new dishes. Her husband passed away not too long ago, and he left her all this money. And she went out and bought a brand new RV. What did my girlfriend say? A couple months ago, she bought it for cash. Bought this brand new RV. And she wanted my girlfriend and I to go out into the RV and clean out the refrigerator and the cupboard so she can close down the RV for the winter. And my girlfriend out and out refused to do it. She says, you know what, you don't pay me enough to do that. You don't pay me enough to even do your floors. She says, it's ridiculous. Because as my girlfriend was washing the dishes in the sink, she gets down to the bottom of the sink, and what does my girlfriend find? A dead mouse in the sink. That's how bad it was. I mean, I was wiping down this desk that this woman had in her living room, and there were rat turds about that thick, a pile of rat turds. I was gagging. I was like, okay. I told my girlfriend, I said, no. I don't care what kind of money you pay me. You're not paying me enough money to deal with this. I mean, we have mice, but I clean up after them. I don't allow, no. Honey child, that was bad. That was bad. I mean, I thought my father-in-law's house, my father-in-law was a hoarder, and I thought my father-in-law's house was bad. Woo-wee. This woman, I mean, she had boxes everywhere because, other than going to school, I don't know what she does for a job, but she also sells purses and stuff on the side, and she had boxes and boxes and boxes of purses, and she's also a knitter and a crocheter, and she had yarn scattered all over her living room. Her dogs pretty much run the whole entire house. And let me tell you, whew, it was bad. It was bad. I mean, I went to go fold a Afghan that she knitted, and it stunk of dog so bad. I was gagging. I was coughing. My eyes started to water. I went to go wipe off. She had a leather L-shaped couch. I don't know what they're called at this moment. I went to go clean off the couch, and there was raspberries that have dried up, and she had ants all over the couch, and her kid, her kid is 16 years old or 17, something like that. Her kid had chocolate milk on the couch, and you could smell it because it was all, it was stuck to the couch. It was bad. It was just bad. I told my girlfriend on the way home, I said, will I ever go back? Nope. Nope. If I do, I'd be putting on my husband's gown here and a hat and everything else, because no. No way, honey child, will I do that ever again. But other than that, I don't know. I haven't been able to get to the food pantry because of the fact that I haven't been able to get to the food pantry because of the fact that they're running low on food, and we just haven't had a chance to. I've been busy running around town doing all kinds of stuff. So anywho, this is like the third time I'm doing this. This is pretty bad. But anyways, what else? So the food pantry might have to wait. Every time I try to go to the food pantry, something else happens. So for those of you who are waiting for my food pantry hauls, I apologize, but beyond my control. Like I said, they are actually running out of food at the food pantry. So that has to say something about our nation, with people losing their jobs and not having enough money to pay for food, and they have to turn to the food pantry. I mean, this food pantry has always had enough food, and there is another one, but the other day it was so jammed packed that there was no way in God's green earth I was going to stand in that long of a line to go to the food pantry. And plus they were giving out, you had to sign up if you wanted it. I don't have little kids anymore, so I wouldn't qualify, but it's called Holiday House. For those of you who don't know what Holiday House is where they will give the family food and toiletries and presents for the little ones for your holidays. And they were having sign-ups for that. And you can also get things like winter jackets and boots and hats and mittens and stuff like that. And especially now for Thanksgiving, they'll give you a huge turkey and all the stuffing and whatnot to go along with it. So I'm hoping sometime during the holiday before Thanksgiving that I'll be able to get off to the food pantry. Hopefully things will be alright to where my girlfriend will be squared away for the day or whatnot, so then I can go and do the food pantry. And I can't give you a date, but I will get the food pantry haul out to you as soon as I'm able to go for myself. And hopefully the snow will stop and things will clear up. I have heard a couple of people in this neighborhood with their snow blowers out, so hopefully that'll work for me. I am now not employed, but I am now selling Tupperware. So if anybody is interested in buying Tupperware or would like to see a catalog, email me. My email is in my about part, and email me and let me know, and I will mail you a catalog. I only have 2, so I can only mail it out to one person, unfortunately. My printer is pretty much out of ink, so I can't print out one. But if you go to Tupperware.com, you should be able to see what they have. I'm just trying to make some cash for the holidays, and so I decided that I was going to be a Tupperware sales representative. And so if anybody is interested in Tupperware, let me know. And they now have stuff for you can use them in your oven. Not very many, but they do have some things. So and the more I sell, you know, I'll be able to show off more things. Right now they're doing it on a special for me. So anywho, other than that, everybody else in my family is fine. My husband is good. He's doing good, working on cars and whatnot. My dog is fine. She's feisty as ever. My mom is okay. My dad is okay. My brother, I don't know. I haven't spoken to him in a while, so I really don't know. My niece, she's getting, she's doing okay. That's all I can say. You know, the attitude is there, but that's typical. She's 12. Other than that, I just dribbled on myself. Other than that, that is it. You know, I'm still cleaning for my mom. So after my husband's surgery and he heals, I'm going to go out and find me a job. But meanwhile, this is what I've been doing. So other than that, that's pretty much it. So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Today is Saturday. I just picked a sore on my leg. Didn't know. Today is Saturday. I believe it's the 21st or 22nd. I don't know what day. And y'all have a good weekend. Things will get better for everybody. Yeah. So, peace out, y'all.